But I'm going to be done and out and finished before you get to the lock.
Complain.
I'm not complaining.
Jumped off. Hasn't taken a rope because he's just reckless like that.
Oh, I forgot we were recording.
There might have been a change of plan.
At the top of the locks, at wherever the heck we are. I can't remember the name of this place.
Good morning. We are in Northampton. We've been here for a week. Kind of overstayed. Didn't mean to, but we had work to do and yeah, just kind of, I guess, needed a rest after all that river cruising. Today we're heading up the Northampton flight, 17 locks onto the main line of the Grand Union. Yeah, Michael is just bringing the boat and I am walking to the lock with George. And I say we overstayed, but I think some of these boats are here pretty permanently. So there's the main navigation that we're on, and then there's this little cut for the lock, and there's Michael. What's up?
Look in the lock.
The trolley? So yeah, there's a trolley in the lock, which is not great. We think the water's deep enough that the boat won't hit it, but yeah, not ideal. So we're back on CRT waters. Had to make our first report for the trolley and the lock, and also forgotten how to do CRT locks because these ones have got the anti-vandal devices. So Michael's just had to go back on board and get me one, get me a key. Okay, confession time. After making Michael get that anti-vandal device, they actually take the British Waterways key, so don't tell him.
Ooh, duck stitches.
So that is the first lock done, one of 17. And we're really missing all those people that helped us last time. I'm joking, it's fine to do this kind of flight with two people, but I guess we were really spoiled back then. Say again?
I need a poo bag.
Do it for them.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
So Michael has reached the next lock and it's full. So he is just up there emptying it for me.
What'd you do? What'd you do? You did it silly. You did it silly. We got some crew here to help with the third lock of the day. I'm just gonna try and see if I can get them to hurry along and start pushing that open for you. Big help, guys. Big help. So Joey's apparently miles back there, she says. Apparently she can see the lock landing, so she's not miles back there. Anyway, it's shallow, and she's not able to move that fast. Neither are these helpers, who have not done a very good job of getting in and helping with the lock.
George, I have a question for you. Why are you wet? I see. Not talking. There's some lock keepers at this lock, but they're not really being that helpful.
I said over there is Gerald and his other brother Gerald. And over here is his other brother Gerald.
Why did you want the shorter windlass?
Because it's lighter.
Oh.
I don't look like it, but I'm actually quite overloaded right now.
Someone had the bright idea that we'd wear shorts today because the forecast said sunshine, but I'm freezing. I think Michael is too. But 3 locks down and 14 to go.
What have we found, George? Yeah, it's a gaggle. It's a lot of little goslings. Where's my George? We found the lock.
So we're just coming up to lock 5. And I've just kind of put the boat in neutral and we're just floating really. The first 5 locks are quite spread out, so Michael's probably walked about 2.5 miles, maybe more, maybe 3 miles this morning. And then after this lock, the locks start getting much closer together. So we'll be able to move faster through them and hopefully get some rhythm where one of us walks ahead and sets it while the other one finishes the current one. It's what we've done in the past.
Did you mean to hit the bow thruster?
What?
Did you mean to turn on the bow thruster?
That was my leg. I wondered what that noise was.
Right. I'm like, why are you hammering on the bow thruster?
Also wondered why I bounced off the side of the lock.
Even though I'm a twiglet.
Michael has this habit of collecting rubbish along the canal and just threw an empty bottle into our bow, except he missed our bow and it went in the canal. So then he had to fish it out of the canal and it's ignoring me.
You're walking ahead so quick that I'm going to be done and out and finished before you get to the lock.
Complain.
I'm not complaining.
So yeah, I think because the locks are much closer together, I'm so cold. I need to get the blood moving. So me and George are going to walk ahead, do the next one. And Michael's going to come out and shut that one. Now this bridge is the M1 motorway. And I'll be driving over that at some point soon to go and collect our jigsaws. And I bet nobody up there knows there's this canal underneath. Someone has clearly been along here with the grease recently. Very well lubricated lock gear. So yeah, I've left Michael in that lock and I'm walking to the next one. So unless we meet a boat coming the other way, this is probably what we'll do all the way up the rest of the flight now. Most of the locks seem to be empty or set in our direction, set in our favour. Whatever the word says, I'm so cold. I spoke too soon. The lock was full and it just looked empty because it wasn't leaking at the bottom, which is one of the signs that you can tell. So I'm just emptying this lock and there's Michael in the next lock. So what he'll do is he'll bring the boat out and then just leave the stern in the kind of entrance to the lock, I think, and jump off and close that gate. So here we have some very useful lift bridge operating instructions. However, there is no lift bridge, just a lift bridge frame. So guessing the lift bridge was removed very, very recently. So I don't even know what lock we're on now. The one with the lift bridge. Just emptied that one and Michael is over there in that lock. I guess he's about to come out. George is just sat up there chilling. I've found a tennis ball, and considering he lost one yesterday, it's a good find. I'm going to take it to him. There, Michael's come out of the lock. He's just stopped in the lock entrance. Jumped off. Hasn't taken a rope because he's just reckless like that. Shut the gate. Check the boat's still there. And jump back on the boat before it floats off. Georgie, look what I found for you. Look what I found. Look what it is. Yeah. Quite funny. All the grass on that side, the towpath side, has been mown recently, but they didn't do this side. So there's a little bit of a jungle on this side. But there's also these really lovely views across Northamptonshire, and the sun is still trying to come out, and we've got a heron just chilling over there. And walking his dog, George looking after his tennis ball, me opening this lock, Michael closing that lock, water running down the bowash. And all these locks have these metal plates that say 1891, so it's kind of nice to know when the canal was built. Oh, this is lock number 9. And I always knew it was the case, but since doing my new map, it really illustrates how this flight really scuppers wide beams from going between the Grand Union and the Nene, because it's just these 17 locks that stops them. So why make them 6 foot 10 inches wide? I'm sure there's a historical reason, but I don't know. Not that leaky, but some leaky. So Michael's genius technique for shutting lock gates behind him has failed. I'm having to walk back to this one because it swung open. Probably would have swung open anyway. But yeah. So now he's in the lock above me and I'm walking back down. Definitely stayed shut this time. And while I was doing that, Michael walked up to the next lock and opened the gates. So it's ready for him to go straight in, and I might as well stay and shut this one. Our routine is all messed up now. Boat's just in lock 6, so 5 more to go. I'm actually quite enjoying it today. It's a long time since we've done narrow locks. The last time we came down here on the way to Cambridge in August. But so Michael did the sneaky get off at the steps manoeuvre with a rope and pull the boat in the rest of the way. George, I didn't tie you up at this lock on the understanding that you didn't move, so what are you doing? What are you doing? He wants to get to Michael to play. George, come on! Come on! Come on! Good boy. I don't want to speak too soon, but the sun's out. There. That was a good angle. I'm so happy. Michael's freezing on the back of the boat now, whereas I've warmed up because of all this walking backwards and forwards between locks. You know what, give it an hour or two, I'll be complaining that it's too hot.
I always love listening to those things make cracking noises.
What do you love about it?
It's like, every once in a while you get to be the person who's inside the lock when it fails.
I don't think that's ever happened.
Oh no, it has to happen. It's just when it happens, hopefully you're not in the lock. Well, it would be kind of funny if you caught it on camera. Ah! I mean, it would be fatal, but you know.
Oh, not that funny then.
Viral.
All right, I'm gonna see you at the next lock.
Oh, wait, look at this wood, is so cute. Look at how cute he is. He's ridiculous cute. Honestly, George, it's ridiculous. I'm just gonna steal some more of your Bombay mix.
I bought myself some Bombay mix.
Bombay mix.
Well, Michael's decided it's our Bombay mix. George, we have to go to the next lock. Come on.
I got it for you. You're just not here eating it.
You little rebel. Don't want to be on the lead, do you? You're coming with me.
No, you're going with her.
You love me, remember. Do not drop your ball.
George, that way.
Come on. Come on, George.
That way.
Come on. Good boy.
Bob,
Say again?
you know how all the swans are Gerald and all the Corvises, like the Corvax, crows and ravens and everything, are Bob?
Yeah.
I've just realized what the herons are.
Who?
Hey, Ron.
Ron.
Hey, they're all Ron. Hey, Ron.
I thought you were going to do a little bump then.
Yeah?
I thought you were going to do a little bump.
I'm not going to do a little bump.
You were like an inch away from the side.
I'm good.
When cars go over this bridge, instead of slowing down and checking something's coming, they just beep and like full speed over it. That's like the third one in 3 minutes. Good boy, come on, come on. So this is the top lock, lock number 1, the last lock of the day. And then we've just got 10 miles or something to do. So the date on this lock is 1868. They're slightly older. I guess this is the first one they built. And the balance beams, or the lock gates themselves, are pretty new. So they're definitely not that old. You feel it's the last new lock for perseverance.
It's kind of funny that Dayton Junction's become like one of the most traveled routes we've got, you know, like.
Took us 4.5 years to get there.
Yeah, we passed it once, and then it was like 4 years later we came back, got up here, and then it's been like 1, 2, 3, you know, like it's just.
We have to go through it to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Appreciate the fact there's a winding hole here, so if you come from the Grand Union and you get here and you don't fancy 17 locks to Northampton, you can turn around before you start the flight.
Hey, look, it's a reward for getting on the boat even. Yum, yums, okay.
Forget something though.
Enjoy your chew, George. Enjoy your chew. You can really tell from these trees that there's quite a bit of wind shooting around up there. Just a short distance away.
Did you miss all the help today?
Oh yeah.
I quite enjoyed it though.
It was nice. I mean, like, could have been a little bit warmer. Oh, hi, George. But,
I was so cold on those first few locks when I was driving.
yeah. Yeah, I'm like shivering cold right now.
Are you?
Yeah, this is the problem. Being on the back is not, it's not a lot of physical activity, so you can quite easily get pretty chilled.
It's still a lot easier driving than locking though.
That is not what you said earlier. Just because you weren't caught on camera saying it doesn't mean that it isn't true.
It's because I was cold. I was really grumpy because I was so cold. Oh, I like the little white dog. Look at him.
Yar.
Oh, I
He's got a squeaky toy stuck inside of him.
What do you think of them two, George?
All noise, no bark, right, George? Okay, so we got an entire 2 books to go.
I mean pages.
Sorry.
Don't exaggerate.
4 pages. It's a long way. Ooh, a nunny mouse. I like that.
That's a good name. Dayton Marina. I don't think we've actually ever stopped here, have we?
No, we've always driven past. Quite a nice looking little place. We've never even driven here or anything.
ABC boat hire place.
Oh no, wait, did we come here once when we were looking for boats?
Hello. Yeah.
I think we did.
I really can't remember. How much is diesel?
I can't see.
122 domestic, 174 propulsion.
Oh, really high.
Not 2017 prices, that's for sure. Is there a water point at Wilton? Hello.
I don't remember. According to this, there is 2 at the top of the locks.
Okay, because we do need water before we go to Crick.
Yeah, so it looks like we get to the top of the Long Buckley locks flight at Norton Junction. And then
I think there's also one at the top of Foxton.
Isn't Foxton further along?
Not Foxton, Watford.
Watford, yeah.
All right, so my point was we don't need to stop here and get...
If we turn left and go through the tunnel and down the flight where we met the Americans, there's water.
There's a water point just at the junction.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
My whole point of bringing up this conversation is, should we stop at the junction and get water?
Oh, see, I had no idea what the point of this conversation was until now. So
The
that's
point of
good.
the main point of the conversation is we need water.
So yeah, do you want to stop and get water?
We need to get it before we go to Crick, so we can get it here, we can get it at Crick, we can get it at the top of the Buckley flight, we can get it at the top of the Watford flight.
Right, so there's no reason to stop here.
No, it's a shorter trip tomorrow, so kind of makes sense to do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Just coming up to the junction. So there's the water point, we're not stopping at. 16 miles to Braunston.
I think we might have to take a little detour and go into Braunston.
Why?
On the way back or something. I don't know, I just kind of feel like...
Well, see how you feel then, because you might change your mind. It depends.
Yeah, I might change my mind. But it's like if we went to Midland Chandler's and did the toilet install there, battery at the front.
All right, so I'm going to go inside now. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to sit out here. I'm going to stop recording. Is there anything you want to say before we stop recording?
Oh, I forgot we were recording.
That's why I wouldn't let you have Bombay mix.
This is why I'm... I thought you were just being annoying.
I wondered why some of you were saying some of the things you were saying.
I don't know, I'm prattling on about stuff, but I was like, oh, I completely forgot.
I was like, I just want to record till we get to the junction.
Yes, and somehow it just like, I don't know.
He doesn't listen to me.
It's not that I don't listen to you, it's that I don't pay attention to what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, I empathize with what you're saying, and then I ignore what you're saying.
And you forget it immediately.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know why, but that's a fairly simple paint job, but I like Billy 2's paint job.
It's very unusual. Like, it's simple, but you don't see many boats with that kind of colour scheme.
No, it's kind of nice and stark.
Yeah. Someone commented on our video that that our boat sending them in their OCD into overdrive. They just want to come down, sand our roof, and paint it for us.
Oh well, they're welcome to.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought. All right, I'm going to stop recording and give you some Bombay mix.
Okay.
Because you've been tortured enough. So we've been back on the Grand Union Canal for maybe an hour now, and we're both feeling a little bit nostalgic for the 4.5 years we spent living on the canals. Really wasn't expecting to feel that way. Obviously we live on the River Cam now, and our local rivers are the Ouse and then the Nene to even get here, and it's taken us like 8 days of cruising to get here. So we're a long way from the canals, but we lived here for 4.5 years, so it's just so familiar. And kind of didn't realise we'd missed it. So it's very strange anyway. But we've hit a bit of a traffic jam. I think that's a hire boat, and they're going really slow, which is fine. Especially going past boats, the moored boats that we've just passed. But Michael tends to travel at a bit more than tick over when he's not going past moored boats. So I imagine he's feeling a little bit frustrated that we're stuck behind him.
Thank you. Well, we just got to go past a couple who were on a Wyvern shipping hire boat. They are very nicely letting us pass. Well, they very nicely let us pass. But yeah, it was good to get past them because we were. It's kind of funny. Like some boats, basically, like our tick over speed is not hugely fast, but it's definitely faster than what some boats do. So, you know, they were really kind of pottering along, which is a nice way to see the canals. But I'm like spending most of my time in neutral with the prop not even rotating, just to kind of carry along.
Not going to the button.
Yeah, so it's better to be actually underway now, because we will make it to our mooring sometime today instead of sometime tomorrow.
Well, it's nice of them to notice us and let you pass.
Yeah.
Dental, which is an association of dental insurance companies.
Teeth twice a day. No, they say they brush their teeth twice a day.
So I'm going inside now to make crumpets. I'm leaving Michael with this toothpaste documentary.
The history of toothpaste. I like the history guy. He does some interesting videos.
But the products that we use.
So that Wyvern shipping hire boat let us pass, and now we're stuck behind two more. And it's fine, but I can't describe to you how slow they're going. Like, I don't think I could walk this slow. And it's obviously it's not this one, it's the one in front that's setting the pace. But it's like, it's so painful. And Michael has to keep going into neutral. Like, we're trying not to catch up with them, but we can't help it. And then every time Michael changes the engine, George is like, are we getting off? Are we stopping? Luckily, it is a really gorgeous day, and we're getting to enjoy the canal and the sunshine. So it was getting a bit ridiculous. So we just couldn't physically go that slow. And Michael was literally, it was 1 mile an hour. He was literally in neutral most of the time. So he dropped me and George off. And I spoke to the people on the first boat who actually were with the people on the second boat, and they couldn't understand why the first boat was going so slow. But anyway, they said that we could pass, but then they also said they were about to moor up. So, yeah, hopefully Michael's passing them. I'm just walking ahead because I can't walk that slow. But yeah, me and George are ready to get back on the boat now. Okay, Michael's definitely passed them and he's on his way. And they're going to get him to pick me up at this bridge, hopefully. have been a change of plan.
I mean, to a certain degree.
We've got to the moorings.
We planned on getting to Milton Marina.
Wilton.
Did I say Milton?
I think so. I keep calling
I'm thinking about Paradise Lost. Wilton Marina.
I keep calling it Willerton, but it's Wilton.
Wilton, yes. Not Milton, definitely. Anyway, we were planning on getting to Wilton Marina, and we've made it to Wilton Marina, and we were going to moor up here at the end of a very long day.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock.
And now we're going up a lock flight.
I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't end up at the bottom of the Watford locks tonight.
We might do.
So this is 7 wide locks. Yeah, the last time we did these locks.
Which is 14 narrow locks.
It's not. It doesn't work like that. It's a beautiful day today, so I thought we'd make the most of the weather.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful Armco which would be perfect for mooring with the sound of the M1 in the background. We're trying to work out if the lock's up or not. Usually if the water's up, you might see telltale sign of water.
And if it's down, you might see telltale signs of it being open.
Yeah. We can't see anything on this lock.
I don't remember Northwich.
Northwich was on the Weaver.
Yeah, right.
We've just passed a viewer who gave us a double thumbs up from their Narrowboat that they've been on for 5 years, and they saw us 5 years ago at Northwich.
In an Asda.
In an Asda. Well, they saw Michael, probably. It's so funny.
Well, congratulations on buying the boat. All right, we're going to pull into the lock now.
Well, the lock landing.
Well, we're going to pull into the lock landing now. Yes. Okay, fair enough. Well done.
Look at these beautiful moorings.
Which wait. Remember the last time when you did this?
It was my idea to keep going.
Yeah. And then I'll get the blame.
So here we go. Here's Milton Marina. We're not going to the Chandlery now, but we're going through this lock. Yay.
Which is down.
Okay, so the lock was down, and now there's 2 boats coming. So we should really wait for them in case one of them wants to come with us. But because there's 2 boats together, they could actually be travelling together and want to share together. So we don't know what to do. So Michael's in the lock, and there's actually 3 boats coming. So we're hoping that one of them is going to come in with us, which it looks like they are. So that's good, because that means that the next boat will be able to share with the boat that's behind, in theory. You can't see it, but there's a little George head poking up just over there. So it's always nice to share locks, because you get to chat to people and you get help with the work. So there's a 4 crew on the other boat, so 1 driver and 3 people with windlasses, so that's a real bonus. And I stayed behind to shut that gate, and it's already getting emptied. And you can see this pound is actually really shallow. So the bank's on the far side, so the boats are just hanging around in the middle. The tasselweed is 70 foot long, I think they said. And she's making little Percy look quite short. I mean, her cruiser deck's bigger than our bedroom. Great idea of yours to come up with the locks.
It was a good idea.
It was my idea.
Was it? Yeah, here we go.
So that's lock number 9 done. Don't know why it's called number 9 when it's the 6th one in the flight. So that must have been lock number 10. I don't know what's happening. All I know is there's 1 more lock, and our lovely lock companions are going to try and moor up in this pound. It's where we moored last year when we came to Crick, and it's where we installed some of our floor on the way back, I think. So we're not going to stop here. Too many bad memories of floor installation. But the real reason is we don't want to start the morning off with a lock. So we're going to go up one more lock and then hopefully find somewhere to moor on the Grand Union. I don't know why I said the Grand Union. We're on the Grand Union. We're staying on the Grand Union.
There we go. We've moored up at the top of the locks at wherever the heck we are. I can't remember the name of this place. What's the name of this place?
Long Buckby.
Long Buckby. Yes, right, that's it. I remember this. Long Buckby. Buckby Wharf and all of that. As I walked into Buckby Wharf train station, blah, blah, blah. Now I remember where I am.
The disappointment when it's not food.
It's not a ball and it's not food.
So, we have water. Now we just need a mooring for the night. And we're stopping in the first mooring we see. Michael wants to go to the pub. I'm not against going to the pub. I just don't want to walk anywhere. And we're walking further away from the pub. George is refusing to walk. So, yeah. It's been a long day. But at least we have water. And at least we're at the top of the locks. There's bugs trying to eat me. At the water point, we both took our walkie-talkies off. Michael's coming this way. There's a boat coming through the junction that way. Usually I would get on my walkie-talkie and tell him. Gosh, I'm tired, but I cannot do that. So I'll have to stand and wave instead. Boat's coming. So this is Norton Junction. And the Leicester branch of the Grand Union Canal. Found a mooring. Going to eat. Going to sleep. I think it's 7:30. We left at 7:30.
With any luck, I'll be back there in just a second. Or, you know, a few seconds more than that. Or a few seconds more than that. Narrowboats are not fast things.